What's up? What's up, Jamie L? What's crappening, as they say? Chris Wirtz, what's up? Another exciting day in the old kitchen. However, what I'm cooking I've already made live. So, what's up, Deidre? Just got the notification. Well, you and about 6 other people, right? Deb's watching. Just figured I'd hang out and chat for a little while today. Ain't got shit else going on. So, yeah, rainy day. Not much landscaping happening when it's raining. Making cheesesteaks, Sherry. If you scroll back a ways, you'll see cheesesteaks. Figured I'd hang out and have a conversation with the kitchen cabinets today. It'd be funny, you know, if I was my neighbor. I would think that I was fucking crazy. Hot in Florida. It's like 58 degrees and raining in South Carolina. The house hunting is going. We have an application out to a place that's not too far from here, where it's got a enormous backyard, like 2/3 of an acre enormous backyard. So I'm thinking I may actually, if we end up getting that place, might actually try to make a little plant nursery and potentially sell plants at the farmer's market as a side hustle. But we'll see. You never know. You never know. But we'll see. The guy wants a lot of information. Like, wants to know where my wife lived before we were married. Like, how is that even relevant? I've lived in this house for almost 9 years now. Like, you'd think, you know, I've been here for 9 years, ain't been evicted, that ought to be enough for you. But I'm sure that at the moment my landlord has nothing nice to say about me, because I have nothing nice to say about him. Because my landlord's an asshole. And I'm over it. Can't drop the mushrooms. Can't drop the mushrooms. The wife might get a little cranky if there weren't mushrooms. Not really. She doesn't get cranky about much. Hence the fact I married her. She doesn't get cranky about much of anything. I find that I'm the cranky one. I hate landlords. Yeah, my landlord doesn't. Hello, Malin Thomason. Anybody up to anything exciting today? I was up to a whole bunch of nothing. I was lazy today. All I did today was put away laundry and go buy some stuff for dinner. Because it's rain. Funny to look at this. I don't know if it's coming across as a mirror image on your side, but when I'm looking at it here, I'm actually looking at myself in the camera, and everything behind me is in like I'm looking in a mirror, which is kind of interesting. You went dumpster diving. Hey, hey. Yeah. Part of the reason why the camera is where it's at the moment is because I got my tripod is packed up. All my camera stuff is all my my GoPros and batteries and tripods and everything are all packed away at the moment. As far as news on the house, we don't know yet. He was asking for the next landlord that we're hoping to have. It was asking for yet even more information today. However, I mean, I think, I don't know. Seems like a nice enough guy. But in true South Carolina fashion, he's just seems to work at his own pace. The people that are from South Carolina tend to move at their own speed. And to the rest of us who've grown up in the rest of the world, it tends to be a little slow. So you really got to have patience. Patience, patience, patience. It is a virtue, so they say. Oh, see how long it takes for my eyes to start watering because I'm cutting onions at the moment. I apologize if I am a boring individual today. I don't really have anything exciting to talk about. I just figured I would come hang out with my imaginary internet friends for a while I was working on food. Looking at moving in the night. Yeah, moving sucks. Hello, Rose24, Venezuela. Well, moving especially sucks when you've lived somewhere as long as I've been here. Like, the longest I've ever lived anywhere in my entire life is in this house that I'm in now. And I have accumulated some stuff. Hello, Christian33. But gonna have a yard sale this weekend. Try to get rid of some stuff. We'll see. The last yard sale I had, nothing sold from Michigan to Texas, huh? That's gonna be culture shock, especially if you've never been to Texas. I would say definitely brush up on your Espanol, at least. Because Texas is, I mean, you might as well be moving to a whole different fucking country, moving to Texas, as far as the mentality of the people who live there. It's a whole nother world, to say the least. I'm thoroughly surprised that Texas isn't its own country. They're 2 years before. Yeah, you get it, man. Anywhere you go, though, you're going to trade in whatever the problems you've got where you're at, and wherever you end up going is going to be, it'll be a different set of exactly the same problems. I mean, it may not be exactly the same, but I mean, I've lived everywhere, and everywhere you go, there's bullshit to deal with. Literally. I mean, whatever you're dealing with up there, you're going to have you can trade it for something else in Texas. But it's whatever it is. Hello from Ontario, Canada. Speaking of another country. Oh, good old Canada. Yeah, we are well, Honor Johnson. At least for the moment, none of us are sick. For the moment. The wife typically brings home some sort of sickness every couple of weeks, though. Glories. Yeah. You're either going to be dealing with the snow in Michigan, or you're going to be dealing with 110 degrees in Texas. So, I mean, pick your battles there, to say the least. To be honest with you, I'd rather deal with snow than 110 degrees. But that's just me. Because when it snows, you can ride a go-kart. And go-karts are fun in the snow. Go-karts are a lot of fun in the snow. He's all right. I saw him at the grocery store today. He was, standing out front doing his typical panhandling. You're not that late to the party there, Sherry. Trying to bum money off people so that he can go get his bottle of liquor from the liquor store where he's been 86, depending on who's working. Then again, I've been 86 from that from Dallas, Georgia. All right, I've been 86 from that particular liquor store as well. I don't even shop at the liquor store, and I've been 86 out of that place for sticking up for Ricky and telling the woman who owns the place that she was a condescending cunt. Which I guess is a good thing I don't shop at the liquor store. But, whatever. I don't go there. Once in a blue moon for like a holiday or something, Hello, Robin King. But yeah, Ricky's doing alright. His leg hasn't fallen off yet. So, still not fully healed. But, he'll never learn. Ever. Like, he could have lost his leg, and he'd still be out doing the same shit that he was doing that caused it, I think, though, that Bubbles is going to have an issue when I move away. I won't be his neighbor anymore. Which I'll be a 5-minute bike ride away. He can always come visit. But I don't think he's going to particularly... I just went, Honor Johnson. Jesus. I put out 2 videos last week. I don't know how many videos a week you expect me to put out. Especially in and amongst the middle of a move. The last thing I need to do is acquire more shit at the moment. I'm trying to get rid of shit so that I can move. And then I don't need to be out dumpster diving acquiring more shit. But I did 2 videos last week. If that ain't enough for you, find another channel. The missus isn't here yet, Kathy. And I don't mean like leave the channel. I mean like find somebody else to watch in the meantime. I got like life and responsibilities and job and work and shit going on that take precedence over digging in the trash. But, big old chunks of fat. Yeah, well, we're trying to move, Sherry. If we can get the guy who we submitted an application to accept us. Oh, I'm absolutely the chef in the house. I'm making cheesesteak sandwiches tonight. I do all the cooking. I love my wife dearly, but cooking was not one of the things that her mother taught her how to do. So, things are good. Well, turn on the bell, you'll get the notifications, and then you'll see them, Honor Johnson. Yeah, well, and we're not going that far. I don't want to move out of the area that we live in, to be quite honest with you. I want to stay in this area. I love the area where we live. I mean, if I have to live in this godforsaken town, if you don't like cheese, you're not an American. Something's wrong with you if you don't like cheese. Don't like cheese. It's like saying you don't like air. Can't live without air. Oh, cut the bone out of this chunk of meat. Yeah, well, you should still like cheese whether you're an Aussie or not. Perhaps it's because you guys got shitty cheese in Australia. Sausage and peppers. I think it's funny how the rest of the world, whether it be the Brits, the Aussies, the whatever, make fun of Americans for eating cheese. We don't eat that Vegemite shit. I could make fun of you guys for eating Vegemite. Well, that's a whole nother story, those trees. Michelle, hello, Charlie girl. The power company is actually in the neighborhood at the moment, cutting those trees. Yeah, see, there you go, Vegemite. The power company is in the neighborhood cutting the trees at the moment. And people in this neighborhood who haven't lived here very long are all up in arms about it. Like, it doesn't happen every 2 years. Like, it literally happens every 2 years. They come in and they cut the trees away from the power line. But there's so many people living in this neighborhood now who aren't, who are brand new, who don't realize that's how it works. No, it's not like Spam. It's a texturized vegetable protein product. It's the Vegemite is like the Australian equivalent of Nutella, but not tasty. Like, Nutella is delicious. Vegemite is fucking disgusting. It's like a salty sandwich spread that's got the texture of a like Nutella. The sodium level's got to be through the roof. No, kitty, no steak for you. It's because it's gross. Salty ass, texturized vegetable protein. Spam's alright if you cook it right. But Spam by itself is absolutely disgusting. Not much. Pro Retro Hunter. Yeah, well, she's not American, Jamie. Spam is good if you cook it into hash browns. I mean, you really got to get creative with Spam to make it edible, because it's not very good. There you go, brewer's yeast, some sort of a nasty texturized vegetable protein product of some sort. But, yeah, Spam and eggs. I can see that. I just don't eat eggs. That's my problem. Don't eat eggs. They stink. Oh, man. It's hard to believe that there's 21 people in this world that have nothing going on, to the point where they'll sit and have a conversation with my dumb ass. Kitty, what you doing down there? Yeah, everybody's got different taste buds. Well, it's a matter of what you're exposed to be quite honest with me. To be quite honest with you, I mean, like, if you didn't grow up eating deer meat, good luck eating deer meat. If you didn't grow up eating Vegemite, good luck eating Vegemite. That's one of those things that you're either exposed to it or you're not. What's up, Michael Stinson? Product of your surroundings. I never said I was dumb. Figure of speech. Waiting on your interview. Alright. I just got off work. I'm tired watching you cook. My husband started cooking. He's pretty good. Alright. Somebody's got to do it. And yes, everybody has different palates. You probably think I'm nuts because I don't eat you and my wife both with calling me fucking young man, I tell you. And again, I guess she is my old lady. Hello, Tina Poirier. How's life treating you? Oh, man. People call me nuts because I like vacuum cleaners. Thought I was older. How old did you think I was? And how old do you think I am? I guess that would be the $1,000,000 question. Oh. Well, we're all getting older a day at a time. Kathy's right. I'm 36 for now. We'll be 37 next month. At the end of April. Which I'm not too. If you're 13, you probably shouldn't be in this chat room. You should probably be out like building bike jumps. Like crashing into shit. Instead of listening to my vulgar ass have a conversation with a bunch of women old enough to be your grandmother. Oh, shit. You guys give me hell for being young. I'll give you hell for being old, right? The wife is good, Tina. She's stopping on the way home to try to get some information on her rental history. Because literally, the guy at the house that we're looking at wants to know where she lived before we got married. Like, we've been married for almost 6 years now. Like, what does it matter where she lived before we got married? But especially considering the neighbors at that place. Well, thank you, Ann. I don't try. Now, he wants to know where she lived before we got married. It's like, Jesus, you could have get a job at a bank that was less invasive. Oh, I'll be back. A lot of times before my birthday, trust me. Yeah, I don't know. It was goddamn 6 years ago, for fuck's sake. Hey. Bye, Felicia. Kathy Gray. Well, that's funny. That's actually my mother's maiden name is Gray. Interesting tidbit. Who knows? We might be related. Doubt it, but you never know. It's too bad you don't eat bones, kitty, because there's a... Need a dog. Don't have a dog. Don't want a dog. I love dogs, I just don't like cleaning up after them. Are you seriously going to eat that piece of cow fat, kitty? Kitty is eating a piece of chuck roast fat off of the floor where I missed the trash can. Really? We're trying to move. I would love to have a dog, just not right now. Wow. Alright, cat ate a piece of gristle. Four dogs, all German Shepherds. Now, when the timing is right, the problem with this place is if you've been around, well, the kitchen will be bigger, but it's not going to have any more counter space, I can tell you that much. The place we looked at. The problem with well, I haven't had a dog here. You guys, if you've been around the channel for any amount of time, you've seen my backyard. And I'm not going to do that to a... I'm not going to do that to a dog. My backyard is not big enough for a dog. I've been here almost 10 years, Michael. Give or take. I'm going to set this over here. do I recycle? I recycle for one reason and one reason only. It saves on me having to take the trash out all the time, and I don't have to use trash bags. I can just dump it in there. Otherwise, I don't. Because I know what happens when the shit gets to the recycling center. Okay? When it gets to the recycling center, it isn't all like rainbows and butterflies like everybody thinks. Especially here in the Charleston area. And things that I've watched and read about online, the shit gets packaged up in bales and shipped off to India so that they can burn it in India. You know, it's not like it is in states like, well, we'll say, living in Charleston for 7 years. Hello, B-Ma. You know, certain states like Oregon and California and what have you, they charge you a deposit. So there's incentive to at least recycle your cans, recycle your bottles, blah-de-da-de-da, but where they go from there, I don't have any idea. But a good majority of the stuff in this... I'm from California, yeah, well, it's a long story. I wanted to live by the water. Couldn't afford California. Went east. Now I can't afford to live in the southeast either. Now, a good majority of that shit just gets packaged up, put on a boat, and shipped over to India, and then they burn it in India. E-waste especially, like old computers, hard drives, computer monitors, old TVs, stuff like that. They literally get packed onto a truck and shipped over to India and just burnt. There's not really any, you know, it's not like recycling paper. You know, and then a lot of places like Phoenix, Arizona, for example. Yeah, and I guarantee you, if it went to China, it got burnt. It didn't get recycled. It got set on fire. And you've apparently never been to the James Island Walmart. It is far from ghetto. It's little, but it's far from ghetto. Found 10 to 15 remotes and cell phones accidentally dropped in with the paper, and people call looking for keys. I just drag the shit out back, throw it in the can, and then drag it out every other week. It ain't the, you know, that ain't rocket science. You don't wish you had a Walmart. Walmart is the worst. Walmart is like the worst fucking thing in the world. Like, there's no better way to destroy a community than to open a Walmart. Literally. And it's the worst place on the planet to shop. And the wife is home early. Yeah, that's a chunk of fat. The wife's home early. You didn't send me a message that you were leaving, so we're running late on dinner. It happens. Oh, it happens. Let's see here. Let's see. How far are you from moving? Not very far if we can. Doing good. Going to hate me. My dad started recycling. Tina Poirier says hello.
Hi.
Were you able to get the information you needed?
I went to where I remembered, and I have the building name, the name of the company. They were already closed.
So I'm assuming you can Google that information.
Yeah, that's my hope.
I know what you meant, Tina. See, Sharon Stevens says hello. Kathy Fallon says hello.
Hello, ladies. Good afternoon. Yeah, I think I hit evergreen light coming home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had to.
I'm the assistant store manager at the James Island Walmart.
I'm sorry.
This kid's 13 years old. He's into vacuum cleaners. And by the way, you tried to blast your channel on my channel, and I deleted it.
Gotta have manners.
Yep. I don't go on your channel trying to promote my shit. Don't come on my channel trying to promote your shit. Sorry. I'm an asshole. But then again, you know, somebody's letting their 13-year-old child be in my chat room. There's probably a problem. And that piece of meat needs to go. Excuse me, dear. Funny, I dropped some beef fat on the floor and the cat ate it.
Hey, okay.
Watching from the UK. I live in Hull. What are you making? Francis Parker says hi. I'm making cheesesteaks.
Hello, hello. Ooh, with mushrooms too. Yum.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong. I don't know. I'm crossed up. Whoever the vacuum kid that was 13 was.
Oh, okay.
This is going to take a little while here.
Okay.
Mind to grab whatever cheese you'd like on these this evening.
Whatever we got.
June Rosa says hello.
Which is better, shredded?
Yes, dear. Especially considering sliced cheese is not on sale. We've got an abundance of shredded cheese.
We're open.
Okay. You haven't missed anything. Just me rambling into the camera, sucking down some dumpster water from the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Ooh.
What can we do to get those islands laid? They've been virgins for hundreds of years. What can we do to get those islands laid so that they're no longer virgin? Like to get those fucked islands, right? Fist those islands. Look like Donnie Wahlberg. Somebody's granddaughter says I look like Donnie Wahlberg.
I'm not afraid of this thing.
Nope. I don't look like Donnie Wahlberg at all, but thanks. I'm fixing cheesesteaks. I went to the grocery store earlier to, because the wife didn't want any bread with hers tonight. She just wanted to eat it, so I was going to get one sub roll.
Uh-oh, that didn't happen.
No, one sub roll, 89 cents. Package of hot dog buns, 57 cents. Or hamburger buns, excuse me. I got hamburger buns because I'm a cheap bastard.
You're sensible. Yeah, you're frugal, but I appreciate it.
Now, and I'll eat sausage patties on those motherfuckers right there all day. But, where am I from? I'm from planet Earth. But, you know, I'm not out of place. I'm from outer space.
Wow,
Things go on sale. That's why they're cheap. Package of hamburger buns is only 99 cents to begin with, generally. If you get the store brand. Excuse me. If you get the store brand, which I do.
yeah, here's the teacher lesson for the day. How do you save money when shopping for fruit? What fruit's on sale? Then you have variety.
Yeah. You buy what's in season. $5 for hamburger buns, you need to look somewhere else.
Are they going to make the burger for you?
No shit, right? $5 for hamburger buns? I live in America, Tina Parks. Check out my other videos. You'll figure that shit out. Now, if you're paying $5 for fucking hamburger buns, you need to... yeah. There's another nice chunk of fat. This was a really fatty chunk of meat. $5 for hamburger buns. Jesus. I could feed 5 people hamburgers for $5. Buns included. Hello, Shirley W. from Canada. Yeah, no, it's only like 58 degrees here today. Now, I mean, I do buy some shit that's reduced, don't get me wrong, but not exclusively. Yeah, get to know the sales in your store, and perhaps listen to a little bit of Dave Ramsey on the radio. And, learning how to live within your means. I'm making cheesesteaks. About ready to add the onions here in just a moment.
With is this with clearance meat?
Costly here, so well, I don't know. You need to figure out how to drive then. Fort Worth, Texas. There's all kinds of big butts and tight jeans in Fort Worth. I've been there. I was about 20 when I went through When I went through Fort Worth, Texas, and boy, oh boy, some of them women with them big round butts just call me Sir Mix-a-Lot. Here in Louisiana, nothing is cheap. We pay 11% tax on food. Well, that's what you get for living in a blue state. Move to a red state and you won't pay 11% tax on shit. California sales tax isn't even that high, I don't think. I know it was 7.25% when I was a kid. When I was a kid, excuse me. Yeah, no. That's what happens when you live in a state that's run by Democrats. Super high taxes and you can't afford a fucking thing. 10 degrees. It is about 60 degrees Fahrenheit in South Carolina today. Huh?
Quite pleasant.
It's not bad. I closed the door though because the temperature started to go down on the thermostat. No tax on food or clothing. That must be
Kentucky?
Oregon, maybe? I have a hard time keeping up. Now they're talking sports. OU in Texas. Couldn't tell you what the fuck happened there. She's in Pennsylvania. What's funny is that Oregon is a blue state and they have no state sales tax. However, dude, I went last week twice. What the fuck else do you want from me? Jesus.
You have other things going on.
Yeah, I got other shit going on in my life than jumping into trash cans. Go back and look on the channel. You'll see, I put out 2 videos 2 days in a row last week. I did not put out the video where I found these in the dumpster, though, that expire in 2020. Apparently it's 41 degrees in Boston. The most expensive thing I found in the dumpster. Potentially that brand new safe in the box.
That's what I was going to say.
I did find a brand new safe in a box.
It had a little vein.
And
That's all I could find wrong with it.
brand new sectional sofa. Well, the only places around here that throw away sofas are like Big Lots or the rent-to-own place. And Big Lots will cut that shit up with an X-Acto knife and throw it, or with a razor blade and throw it out there. And chances are you don't want a used couch from a rent-to-own place. You don't know whose smelly butt has been on it. Butts, plural. But, you know. I can't change the camera angle because my camera shit's packed up, but thanks. Alright. Don't know what to tell you about the needles or sharp glass in the dumpster. I have been inside more dumpsters than I care to admit to, and I have never once been poked. But then again, we don't have a heroin problem in Charleston.
And you've got good eyes.
Yeah, it's not like Seattle. You know, our lawmakers aren't encouraging people to shoot heroin in the area. But, you know, that's about all the more political talk you'll ever get out of me. But crackheads don't throw away needles, they just reuse them. Fair enough. See you later, Tanya. And the thing with crack is that you smoke it, you don't shoot it. But what do I know? I'm not a crackhead. I've just watched New Jack City a few times. Oh, I'm sure San Francisco is all full of any fucking liberal town like that. Because never in the history of crack have you ever heard about anybody fucking shooting crack. That's how I know that shit, okay? You cook that shit up with baking soda, it becomes a rock, and you smoke it. I've watched New Jack City. Chris Rock. You know? I've seen that shit. Not that that's a good basis for comparisons or anything to do with drugs, because it's just a movie. Okay, but still. I ain't never seen a crackhead with needle marks on his arm. Well, fuck, we end up doing... Breaking Bad isn't crack.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ, that was meth, not crack. That's a whole different thing. In my younger years, about, 16 years ago, I watched a guy actually shoot meth into his arm with a needle. He was a friend of a friend. He was not my friend. I will tell you that much. If you got to stick a fucking needle in your arm to get high, you may want to reevaluate your life decisions. But that's just my opinion. You know, if you got to stick a needle in your arm for fucking anything other than potentially insulin, you might want to reevaluate your life decisions. Besides, you never know whose booty hole that fucking drugs have been in. Excuse me. You never know whose booty hole them drugs have been in before you decide to put that shit in your body either. You just go out back and smoke some cat turds. Seattle and Portland, yeah, they're both fucking nasty. That it is. I was, I don't know, 22, 23 years old when that was happening around me. That was a guy that I worked with. He had a buddy. I think at this point that guy's actually doing like 25 years in prison for home invasion, because that's the kind of fucked up shit you got to do to support that kind of addiction. Because you can't keep a job. You start slamming dope in your arm, you surely aren't keeping a job. Anyhow, on to another subject. You know what? I found out something interesting today about these mushrooms that you like, dear.
Yeah.
They're actually just baby portobellos.
Really?
Yep. They have a different name altogether. Time to add some cheese. I am absolutely a car guy. I'm a car guy without a hot rod. Sadly. Yeah, there's no garages here. And what garages are here get turned into they get turned into bedrooms. My dream car or my favorite ride. That's kind of a mixed bag of tricks right there. I don't have one, I have plenty. I mean, I'm first and foremost a Mopar guy when it comes to American cars. But I also have a soft spot for imports because I've grown up around imports as well. Definitely not a Honda guy when it comes to imports. I'm more of a Nissan or a Toyota guy when it comes to import stuff. I mean, if I had to choose, I would probably a 70 Plymouth Roadrunner, something with a big block and a 4-speed, doesn't have to be a Hemi car. Probably a 69 Fastback Mustang, and a 71 Skyline GTR if I had to choose. But I don't particularly like to narrow it down to that. Okay, I can respect a Maverick. I remember when people used to laugh at Mavericks back in the day because they were a fucking joke. But now, when the fuck's the last time you saw a Maverick? You know, I'd buy a Maverick if one. Well, June, number one, that's not how you spell it, and number two, all that is a company that puts plastic on the outside of it. Those Saline Mustangs, they take a bone stock Mustang, they put a supercharger on it, don't build the internals, and then just put different seats in it and some plastic on the outside of it and an obnoxious sticker across the hood. That's more, welcome back, kitty. Like 19-year-old douchebag car. That's what that is. And I don't like new Mustangs at all. I don't see my mother in here anywhere, but yeah. Yeah, but Hondas are still Hondas. You got to deal with the Honda crowd. I feel like the modern day Honda Civic crowd is literally the equivalent of the guys who drive Chevy Novas. Yeah. Guys who like 67 to 72 Novas are pretty much the Honda Civic crowd. Same shit. Oh. Didn't see you, sorry. Must have showed up while I was throwing away a cheese bag, Mom. Only got one plate if you'd like to grab another, dear. Somehow we got talking about cars. I don't know. Anywho, my dinner is done. Yeah, you couldn't give me a fucking Prius. Don't even get me going on that piece of shit. About batteries that have to be strip mined from the earth in China where they have no regulation on anything. And yet people think they're good for the environment. Anyway, my food's ready. I'm getting out of here. Peace out.